All right, today we coming to you with another episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk, and we got a real special guest today. This guy, he's really active on Facebook, active on Instagram. He's always posting photos, dropping knowledge, and just a cool ass dude. So, Mike Stevens, tell us a little bit more about you, brother.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Mike.
My name is Mike. I own a small business in Arizona, doing auto glass, of course, and everything else around it. I've been doing it since 1995. And yeah, I love it still every day, doing it out in the heat and sweating it out.
Yeah, buddy. So, Mike, you and I have been friends a long fucking time, man.
Yes.
So you said you started, whoa, quality there. So you said you started in 95. I met you, I want to say like 2002? 2004. Okay.
Yeah.
So I met you right when you got to Arizona from Cali,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like the first week.
So, okay. So in 95, since you already, that was going to be my questions when you started, so I'm going to twist this up a little bit. 95, how did you start? I started in a warehouse. I know Chris started with family. How did you start?
I started with, I was living in a bachelor pad in Hemet, California, and one of my roommates was working for All Star Glass in Riverside, California. Shout out to Greg Vaughn. He turned me on. I was changing oil at a local dealership doing light line work, and this was like straight out of high school. I graduated in 94. And he asked me if I wanted to do what he does. I saw him coming home with a work truck every night and had plenty of money. And I was like, yeah, why not? 19 years old,
Right.
2 weeks training and get a work truck. And
2 weeks training, the good old days.
yeah, it was nowhere near 2 weeks, but that's what they sold me on, I'm still training, in fact.
Yeah,
but yeah, so after that was it. Went on board, worked in Cathedral City, California, which is out in the desert area, Palm Springs area. Worked out there for about 4 years, and then transferred into the Inland Empire. Worked my way around there, and then then became a manager at one of their stores in Hemet. We opened it up, and then I moved out here in 04. I was like, I'm out.
Hell yeah, I know where Hemet's at. That's way out there.
Yeah.
Mike's now in Hemet East.
I was gonna say,
pretty
you're in where, like Buckeye, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's way.
Yeah,
out.
no, I remember he told me one time. He goes, "Oh yeah, Hemet's just like Buckeye," and I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I drove through it one time, and I was like, "It's Buckeye."
Yeah, I'm right at home. But yeah, no,
nice.
It's we moved out here in 04. Well, actually, we just drove out here to visit some family in 2004. Actually 2003, and we loved it out here. We loved the area. I loved the heat, desert. I used to ride dirt bikes and all that kinds of stuff, and then upgraded to Harleys and stuff like that. But it's just perfect out here. Weather's great, and I couldn't go wrong. I could buy a brand new 2,500 square foot home for the price of what I bought my little 1,300 square foot shack built in 1965 in Hemet. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it's been great. It's the best move I ever made. I love it out here.
Oh, that's what's up.
Awesome. So, are you only doing glass? You said, things around it. What else you doing?
Well, as far as that, I meant like just not doing the plain insurance jobs or common customers. I do classics, customs, virtually anything on wheels or anything that takes laminated glass, or if I can cut it, I'll put it in. I'll put a windshield in a tank. I don't give a shit, So it's anything that surrounds it. I'll attempt it if I haven't tried it, or if not, I'll get on the group and ask somebody if anybody's ever tried it out. But I'm not afraid to, try something out at least once,
Right.
Sure.
Off that, I saw one time you posted with the Spider, correct? You have the Spider, right?
Yeah, Spider 3.
You were doing a back glass on a Nissan Frontier, I believe, and you did a crazy setup. So, I can say I've done some crazy shit with you working. I mean, you and me have done a lot of jobs together. So, I understand that. Going off the custom part, what's one of the craziest or most custom cars you've done in the last few weeks or months?
Recently, I think recently would be right during this COVID when it jumped off. I got an account. Well, these guys out of Mesa, they do Dodge Power Wagons. They totally convert them over to modern style, and they're very high end. Interiors, exterior paint. They're putting Hellcat engines in them.
Like the old Willie style,
sort of,
like
yeah.
Power wagons, like
it's the type that had the pop out style frame.
Yeah, like the 30s to 50s style.
Yeah, safari style. So they eliminated the frame and we glued in. I did not like this setup. The guy who did the job prior to, he talked these guys into doing it this way, and that's the way they wanted it. So I stuck with it. But they had like a universal molding style setup with just glued in laminated glass, and it wasn't, the difficulty level wasn't tough, but the vehicles, they start at like 300K. So yeah, it was just something.
When we were at SEMA, did you see that 38 Ford goes in the back lot? There's a black one, and they took the figure 8 windshield out, and they had some custom curve piece put in. Chris, you remember what I'm talking about? And they did something similar where they put a universal around it, and we were all talking about that. I know it was Ryan and Chris and myself. We were looking at it, and I think I even talked to you about this when you were doing these power wagons, that you possibly do it with like an underside molding or something like that.
Yeah, you were telling me. They were doing like Lexan pieces or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think I did see that. Well, there was a couple Lexan. They eliminated the pillar, or made it one piece instead of just.
So is that like the similar thing they were trying to get you to do with those Dodges? Put that same like nasty 105 on it or something like that.
Exactly. They wanted 107 all the way around, and they wanted to split at the bottom, so the molding had to go all the way around and then meet again. So I had to set one side, glue the universal, or tape the universal molding of the other side to the glass, put it in. This was such a pain, and then go to the other side, set it, and then put the molding all the way around on like that. Dude, it made a mess.
Why didn't they just get the one piece glass manufactured for instead of like gluing this? I mean, I don't know. Just
the glass is the last thing on the list, bro.
Dude, we always.
We don't. They don't work with us until it's time to. We got 2 days till SEMA, bro. We need this done.
Man, you and me, we could go on days for the SEMA stories, man. The shit you and me been through. So, yeah.
I've done a few of those power wagons. That pop out frame is pretty. That's not the easiest job in itself already.
No, yeah, and then so we cut doors for them. I put back glass on all inside set, glue inside set glass. I mean, it was super clean. You could see them on my my Instagram, or I believe I posted them on my Facebook too. But super high end. Like one of them was given to a prince in Dubai. He's got like an all black one that went over there.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
Yeah, they've done about 9 of them, and they're. I don't think I'm going to do any more of them because they haven't been calling. But it's fine. I mean, I get to play with stuff like that, and I'm happy. Just another notch in the belt, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, quick question for you. Since the whole COVID thing hit, and I know you work on a lot of customs, did business pick up, or did business kind of die down for you?
Actually, all these dudes are home. So they're all tinkering on these projects in their garage. I mean, look at Jeff. In the last week, he's nailed 3.
I know the classics are crazy,
old schools. When these guys are home, they want to play with their toys, and like I said, usually the glass is the last, but when you're looking at it every day, it gives you a whole new look on your vehicle when you put a windshield. And you hear that all the time. I'm sure both of you guys know, all 3 of us, 4 of us. you put something in, looks good, or you take care of something, looks good, and then like, man, I can't believe this thing looks like a brand new vehicle now, you know? And so,
Well, that's what that guy with that 63 Galaxy, I mean, that car was, it was pretty beat. It was really rough, it was patinaed out and everything, but just changed the windshield on it, and it just gives it a whole nother, because it had an old roached out yellow window in it.
I saw that.
And he changed it, put something new in there, it just gives it a whole new pop, that curb appeal, like a nice door on your house.
It's true. And then when you're driving behind it, you're like, it looks like it's a brand new vehicle from the inside,
Nice.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the next question for you. So this is for all y'all. We'll start with you, Mike. What kind of work vehicle do you drive?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yes, good question.
I have recently I swapped. So in California was always trucks, small too. Toyotas, SR5, then Ford Rangers, or my last vehicle was a Chevy S10, 90, I think a 1990. So, or 99, my bad. Anyway, coming over here to Arizona, everybody's driving vans. So I got in a van and been in one ever since. That was in like 2008.
Okay.
And then about maybe 3 weeks ago now, a teenage 17-year-old texter and driver sideswiped my entire van.
Damn.
And it wasn't too bad. It was like pretty much wheel to wheel. And so it got totaled.
Damn.
And which kind of bummed me out, really put a damper on things, slowed things down for me, stressing me out, trying to find a new vehicle. I mean, all my family, everybody can see it, like in my face that I'm just
I could see talking to you on the phone, I could tell.
Yeah, dude, it's been a mess. But so 2 days ago, I picked up a 15 Chevy Silverado crew cab with a 6.5 foot bed, the standard foot bed or standard size bed. Okay. And so far, I mean, it's been great. It's been kind of different going back to a truck. And
hell yeah.
The van's nice because you can keep everything on deck. I mean, like even more than you even should have. Believe me, when I emptied that thing out, I was like, man, where the hell did that come from? And so the truck makes me do a lot more thinking. I got to like pretty much go down the jobs of the day and ask myself, okay, do I have this? Do I have that? So it's more, but at the same time, since 2008, my workload has gone down to 50%. I make more, but I work less. Okay. Which is great.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because I quit subbing. I'm not subbing anymore. I'm doing strictly my own stuff, putting all my energy into my own business, and it's been paying off. Right. And that's been since pretty much 2018, the end of 2018.
Gotcha.
And so I'm not having to have all these certain things on deck. I'm not as much as what do you call, like drop everything and go take care of something that's big.
Right.
So it's been a little bit of a challenge. It's only been a couple of days, but it's been a little bit of a challenge. But I do need a truck too, so this is kind of versatile. I get to have a truck again. I haven't had a truck since 2007.
Yeah.
So it's been nice, but yeah, it's the truck is cool, and I don't know. I may get another van too and just expand the fleet some more. I don't know. Maybe throw somebody in. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe not.
Yeah, that makes sense what you said. It make you be more mindful of the job because a lot of times, if you're just doing the same old, you got everything in the van or whatever. But being mindful before you do the job on, hey, I need this shit or I need that.
Exactly.
You go into the job more mentally prepared, so probably more efficient.
It definitely has helped me as far as exactly like what you said, being more prepared. And just thinking through things through a little more, I could be a little forgetful, sometimes, but it's because before I was so used to the boom, 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 8 to 10 jobs a day. We got to get this done. The sub life, and like I said, now it's 4. It's cut in half, literally. I don't like to take more than 4 or 5 because not only am I taking my time and doing things overcorrect. Mm-hmm. I'm doing, you see me, I got a table set up and I got, I'm just trying to, how it goes. We got to do like a certain show sometimes for some of these customers. They want, in order for them to leave us alone, you got to look like what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to play the part, really. And then, especially I heard during the summertime, they really don't play around. They don't hang out and watch too much. But during the wintertime, customers love to come out and watch and hang out. You
got to justify the price you're charging. When you get better clients and you get better clientele and you charge a better price, just like that post I did. When you learn the value of yourself, you stop giving people discounts.
Exactly.
And to be able to do that, you have to, like you said, put on a certain show. It's like when I do a Tesla. I did a Tesla and with one of the guys, and he's like, "Oh, you don't have to take all that off." I'm like, "Just take it all off." And then the customer comes out and they look and they see everything spread out and the whole car torn apart. They're like, "All right, these guys know what they're doing," Or you could like start bunging cows back and stupid shit like that and be in and out in 20 minutes. So, whatever.
No, it's true. It's true. I try to market towards a certain customer.
Right.
Like I tell a lot of these guys, and I'm not knocking that type of practice at all, but rebates and that those customers are okay, but that's usually all they want. They're only caring about that dollar.
Right.
For me, I want them to care about the install, their safety, and their vehicle, and I feel that like I'm trying to market towards those customers who have been down the road and being burned. They, had, just don't want to play those games anymore because you know how it is. If, we get a vehicle and it's down, that's time lost on our end. Yeah, it's broken. It's going to get taken care of. That's cool. But if we're not making money, if my vehicle, if I'm not able to get to work or get home, then how am I able to make money? You know what I mean? So time is money, especially for all of us.
Right.
So I want to market towards a customer he's like, I've been down that road and I'll pay a little extra to get it done right the first time. And I never want to see this guy again until my windshield's broke again, until I need his services. So
yeah, you just made
to each his own.
Yeah, you made perfect sense in what you just said. One, know your audience, know the audience you want to cater to. And some of those people, they want to cater to people that only see price. But, you cater to people who care about the safety and care about, more things than just money. So it makes sense. And that's for everybody, anybody, especially if you're new getting into the industry, like figure out the audience you want to cater to.
Exactly. That's exactly it. I agree. We've been doing this long enough to where, not to be picky, I don't want to be picky, but you just want to be able to do it.
We've done our time and earned the right to get to where we're at. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is, and I'm grateful though. I'm still in a position and that I can be recognized, to do it, to get business. I'm glad that people.
Well, that's why you help people. You're grateful for your knowledge. That like I always tell the young guys, I go, when I was your age, no one helped us. None of the old guys gave us a hand. They tried to push us down. They didn't want us to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
And I just I'll never do that. That's why I'm always willing to answer the phone or go help somebody or do whatever.
Yeah,
because we got to keep the wheel turning. We're not going to be doing this forever.
I know it, and it sometimes irks me when guys are asking simple questions and they get jumped on, on the group. But I know we're all sometimes the fun just takes over. We have a lot of fun in the group, so there's some times when you don't know when to reel it in. You know? I noticed that on Facebook for some reason. Like Facebook is the place to go bag on people, bro. I don't know what it is. Like it's like
get overzealous.
Yeah, it's like
internet warriors, man.
Yeah, but I don't see that on too many other forums. Like I find myself on Instagram going to be ready to talk shit on somebody. I'm like, oh wait, it's not Facebook, so I better keep cool.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's switch gears for a second here, and let's go back to SEMA and think about SEMA last year. So. We'll start with you, Jeff. Name a fun memory that you remember from SEMA from last year that you have.
Ooh, fun memory. Shit, every night was a fun memory. It was great spending time with the sheriff. He was always entertaining. I couldn't say one thing because the whole week was great. Everything we did, the dinner you guys put on, the dinner we did at Fleming's, the hanging out on Fremont Street, being a fangirl, seeing all those celebrities. I ain't gonna lie, whatever. It's kind of cool. Just turn around and, seeing somebody you see every night on TV standing 2 feet from you. It's kind of weird.
Right.
But it was great, man. The whole week was great. It was a great experience.
Cool. So what about you, Drift? Name a memory you have or something that stood out to you.
I mean, yeah, just kind of like Jeff said, the whole week, just seeing all the cars, seeing all these cars that you see, a lot of them online everywhere, and being able to see them in person, having the dinners. My family was out there too, so we all of us were all at the dinner. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
So what about you, Mike? I know you were kind of in and out pretty quickly, but you got a good memory from SEMA?
It was a blur. You're right. I was in and out. I went out, I think, on a Wednesday and left on Thursday. I had work. It wasn't well planned at all on my end, and it was kind of last minute too. But I gotta say, I'm trying to think. Probably just the show itself, and I do have a regret, actually, or a couple of them. I regret not giving myself more time to make more contacts. Like Auto Glass Week was supposed to be that for me too, but plans changed on that too. But I'm trying to use this platform for my next step. Eventually I'm going to get off the streets, so I want to be able to stay in the industry, but work in it, like what you're doing, Corey, something like that, be a representative for what you're doing, or an adhesive company or a tool company.
Right.
And just my next move, I know everything on this one. Okay, take that back. I don't know everything on this end, but I think I know enough to be able to go sell for a company or manage an auto glass company or do something else. I'm not sure if this is my last stop.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up. And so going on the SEMA Show thing, y'all planning to go to SEMA this year? We'll start with you, Jeff. You doing 2020 SEMA if they have it?
I'm not doing SEMA. I kind of want to I really want to go to Auto Glass Week.
Yeah.
Because it turned into like a family trip to Florida. So I kind of just don't want to take any extra chances.
Gotcha.
Because I honestly, I mean, not to get too into it, but I kind of think whoever was at SEMA kind of caught something. Because, I mean, everybody came back feeling a little ill.
Right.
So, yeah, I want to pass on that. But back real quick to Mike, in and out, I think we need to have a showdown between him and Sean Dean to see who can go to a convention the fastest.
Yeah.
Who can slip in and out?
Yeah, who can slip in and out of the convention and see as much shit in the quickest amount of time possible.
Yeah.
So,
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, what about you, Drift? You planning on 2020 SEMA, or are you just gonna skip it out and go to Auto Glass Week?
I'm gonna skip it out. I'm actually, I don't think I'm doing any more events this year. If there's a local open house, I might hit that one. But
okay.
Yeah, I think like kind of we talked about in the last episode, just handling stuff up and getting that twisted right.
What about you, Mike? You thinking about doing SEMA if they have it this year?
Yeah, I'm already signed up. I'm taking the wife this year. We're going to try to do a weekender. I think we're going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday for the show, and then stay the weekend out in Vegas for them. We're going with some friends of ours. I have a close friend of mine who owns a metal engraving business in California. Okay. And we're going together. That's what I went with last year too. They actually, I roomed with them actually. Okay. And basically just a place to rest my head for one night. Yeah. But we're gonna try to make a little trip out of it and see a little more and take a little more time. This time I was super rushed, or this last one just super rushed and in and out. And I got to see you, Corey. I was glad I got to meet up with you and say what's up.
I didn't even see you at SEMA. Like, we didn't see each other.
I know. I think we might have been just like crying. Yeah. I was hoping. I kind of hung out at Corey's booth for a minute just to kind of be like, okay, I know there's gonna be someone showing up around here sometime. But
yeah, like when you left, Chuck Hauser came by, and then I think everybody was just missing each other. So yeah, kind of crazy. Yeah.
But what about you, Corey? You guys gonna be here this year?
Yeah, we got a booth set up for this year. It's just waiting to hear if they still having it or not. I be on those. They send these big email chains on updates and stuff. So as of right now, they got the updates that they're still having it. So if they have it,
I don't know how to get your social distancing at SEMA. I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be weird, but hey, if they have it, me and Monica be there. So we'll see how it play out.
It's Vegas, bro. They don't give a shit over there.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're going there. We're going to Vegas in a couple weeks for my daughter's 21st birthday. Okay. And there's no clubs open or anything like that, but they have, the pool. I guess pools and pool parties are going on, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it's going.
Yeah, I did find out when we was there that Caesars is a topless pool. I didn't know that until we went to Caesars and started this pool.
You know what?
Topless.
I went I did. I went into that one time, and I had no idea. A friend of ours signed us up for it, and we're cruising in. I just told the story the other day. We're cruising in, and I see a couple girls laying out topless. I'm like, oh, they must be European, So we keep going in, and I was like, oh shit, it's that kind of party.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Vegas and you want to go to a pool, go to Caesars. That's where you go.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool. So last question for you, Mike. You mentioned dirt bikes and Harleys and stuff. So like, what's the bike scene like in Arizona?
Oh man, dude, it's next level out here. If even if you don't live out here, if you can make a trip to Arizona during bike week or even anytime during the spring, even the winter for that matter, it is beautiful out here. The weather's perfect. My bike runs better when it's hot, just because it's an old one. But it's the ideal weather for anybody who's into riding motorcycles, dirt bikes, anything outdoors. This is the place. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why we moved here too. It's just an outdoor state.
Yeah. What kind of bike you got?
I got a 77 Shovelhead, and I've also got a 90 Heritage Softail.
Okay.
So I've been riding dirt bikes since I was about I want to say at least like 10, 12 years old.
Okay.
And then I got my first Harley, which is the same one I have now, my 77. I think I got that like in 2000, like probably year 2000 I got that, or 99. Okay. It's awesome. It's definitely a lifestyle. If you want it to be, you can let it be a lifestyle for you,
right?
Which I did. I was all about that life in Hemet in California, and but out here it was time for me to start a new chapter and kind of leave that behind a little bit.
Gotcha.
Hey, don't sell yourself short, Mike. Mike's bike is a hardcore bike. It is a real rigid jockey shift macho bike. So yeah, hats off to you riding that shit. So
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, my old lady used to ride on the back too, man. I give her props. I don't know how the hell she does that.
Yeah, I've seen Mike's bike. It's a real bike. It ain't no dealership queen bike for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So cool. So last question before we get everybody out of here. Be mindful of everybody's time. You got any plans for the weekend, Mike?
Yes, I'm leaving for Lake Havasu tomorrow morning. We're gonna go out there till Monday. I'm taking myself 4 days and getting the hell out of town. It's gonna be nice and hot up there though.
Yeah.
120, I think, on Sunday.
Oh, shit.
Super hot.
Hot. But it'll be nice. It'll be my turn to not be the captain of the ship.
Okay.
Somebody else is driving the boat. Somebody else's boat. It's time for me to be able to relax and enjoy the weekend. It's not that I don't. We have a boat too, and it's not that. It's just having a boat and being responsible for everyone. It's just it gets super stressful.
It's a job, and it's not relaxing. It's a job,
It is, and you have to. When you have others on the boat, you have to appoint others for their job too. All right, get the ladder, grab the rope. You know what I mean?
All right.
And it just gets real stressful. You got to watch for the prop. You got to watch for the skiers. You got to watch for the other sea doers. It's just it's stressful. I can't wait to get back so I can crack a beer because I don't like drinking on the water either, unless I'm not driving.
Right.
So this weekend, heading out to Havasu, gonna enjoy the weekend and come back like Chuck says, come back refreshed, relaxed, and ready to work.
Refreshed, relaxed, ready to work.
Shout out to Chuck.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck for that. That's good words of wisdom.
I love those.
What about you, Drift? What you doing for the weekend?
This weekend, I'm heading down to Santa Cruz. I got I think it's 63 or 65 Apache Suburban.
Oh yeah.
Chop top, doing all the got to cut the windshield down and then cut all the side windows and back glass.
Okay.
Shit.
That sounds.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll be down there all weekend.
How many windshields you taking?
I'm taking 2 and he's got 1. So I got 3 sheets of Lamy. They're all it's like I think the sides are like only like 9 inches tall.
Yeah.
It's super short. So
wow.
Yeah, I'm bringing like 3 sheets of Lamy and 2 extra windshields, and he's got 1 too. So
good.
I'm prepared to try and save, cut 1 right.
Dude, take video and pictures of that. I want to see that.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff? You got any plans for the weekend?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I have nothing to do, which is kind of a good thing to do.
Good thing. Okay.
So, I mean, I might have to go clean my storage. That's about it. I had nothing to do. Like, seriously, Arizona is crazy with the COVID, and I'm not trying to go down that route, but I just, no extra necessary time out is fine with me. So
yeah, cool. You doing any barbecuing this weekend? Putting anything on the grill?
Actually, I am. We started a little thing. Cynthia and I, with some other people we're friends with on Facebook, we're gonna do a 21-day vegan juice cleanse.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're starting that on Monday. Huh?
On Monday you start.
Good for you. Right on.
Yeah, we bought a juicer and everything. Like, we're gonna get like super into it. So I want to start get my health right. So Saturday we're going to celebrate with some Wagyu steaks.
There you go. That's some good shit.
I'm gonna super splurge.
So,
and yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap. So, but fuck it. If I'm gonna go meatless for 3 weeks, I might as well go out like a champ. So
there you go.
Yeah. So everybody in the group starting Monday for 21 days straight, make a post holding Jeff accountable. Let's see where he's at with what he's doing. Let's ask him every day what's his journey. We have accountability group already. Shout out to Rob Robinson and Chris Mills and Derek Hibbs, Jamie Foss, and a few other people who aren't in the group or in his little accountability group. So Chris Mills is a super vegan. A lot of the food Chris Mills eat actually look good as hell. I be seeing his photos. I'm like, man, this shit look good.
He's been on me. We've been on each other. I give him my carnivore shit, and then he gives me back his vegan for life. So I told him I'm gonna give him 3 weeks of my life. Yeah, and we'll see what it's all about.
Hey, but keep us posted on how the journey works, man, and let us know how you feel as you go along with it. Because I hear a lot of people say once they make that change, like they feel so much better. But
I'm trying to drop a pound a day. If I can drop a pound a day. I'm trying to lean out. Yeah. No. Not the 70s. Come on now. There's another guy in the group who's super into weightlifting, and he's local, and we're doing a little bartering. I'm mentoring him, helping get his business expanded, and he's gonna help me get my swole on. So
that's what's
up. I'm gonna do this quick cleanse, get leaned out, and then see what happens.
Well, that's what's up, and that's the power of the group, man. That people don't know about the group. Like, you can learn how to eat healthy, you can learn how to work out, you can learn some glass tips, and you just meet some cool ass people. So that's like the power of the group of everybody networking and communicating to one another. So that's actually a cool ass story to hear, man. Like going vegan, weightlifting, and glass, like all in one group.
It's hard. I was watching the YouTube, down the YouTube channels last night, and came across this video. This dude did eat his weight in beans, like beans, all types of beans, just cans of beans, only beans. He ate his entire weight in beans. It was like 40 days worth of beans only, and. Man,
what happened?
What happened? Did he lose weight?
Okay, so he was like he was super healthy. It was like salads and me, like ate everything, but super healthy, ran every day, and his thing was he was gonna run every day to see his health with just eating beans, and the longer he got into it, the worse and worse and worse his body got. He's like, oh, this is the shortest run I've done in 20 years. Like sweating way more, and yeah, it was
like the McDonald's thing. The guy did Supersize Me. Yeah, man, that movie's crazy because I mean that after I watched that, I was like, yeah, Mickey D's.
Yeah.
Done, homie. Yeah. No, nothing. Just cut the cord.
Yeah.
Well, that's but that little. Yeah,
that's crazy shit.
Well, that's what's up, man. We appreciate everybody for their time, and we won't hold y'all any longer. So good luck on the work day, and stay connected through the post, and enjoy your weekend in Lake Havasu, Mike.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Appreciate it. You guys have a good weekend, and thanks for inviting me. It's a cool deal you guys are doing. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
No problem, brother. Appreciate you and appreciate the knowledge.